Hi there. Man on the Moon back again to share some ideas. Been doing a lot of thinking about money and the monetary system, capitalism and socialism. Where are we at today? Mankind has grown up and passed kindergarten, and the systems that we have in place today appear to me, and I'm sure they appear to everybody else listening, that they are made for mankind when we were in kindergarten, and I truly believe that we have graduated from kindergarten. It's time for something new. What do you think? Capitalism seems to perpetuate the notion that masters need slaves. And socialism seems to perpetuate the notion that Robin Hood steal from the rich and give to the poor. Neither of them are worth a shit. Both of them have their flaws. Capitalism has become communism through wealth control. And socialism, there's so many people are taxed to the death, and they no longer are interested in even working, and you can't blame them. Capitalism and the golden rule. They seem to think that he who has the gold makes the rules. They've got this idea that money is power. Socialism isn't all that much different, because they take the money from the people who have any and they put it through into things that they think, and the noisy people on the picket lines are rallying to get a piece of that pie. The whole system is screwed. We have beautiful people on this planet. Every single one of us just wants to be happy and healthy. I've never met an individual that wants much more. That's their biggest drive, is to be happy and healthy. We all have different values of what it takes to be happy and healthy. But our monetary system and our world governments today are driven by fear. Everybody seems to be afraid that somebody else is going to get from them. Capitalism, they don't want to have the government take any money at all. And yet they lobby the governments to get the rules changed so that they can acquire more wealth. Socialism, they lobby the governments to put the money to things that they think that are valuable. And I'm not arguing. Every one of those things that they fight for is valuable. But there seems to be a real common thread amongst the left versus right mentality. I don't care if you're liberal, conservative, Republican, Democrat, or Green, or Independent. None of them are going to work, because it's the monetary system that's totally screwed up. We print money out of thin air, and I don't care if it's through socialism or through capitalism. We funnel that money through a certain select few, perpetuating the notion that masters need slaves. Every single human being was created by the same invisible power. Every single human being was created by the same invisible power. We're all beautiful people. We all have a right to be here, along with our animal friends, birds, nature. This planet is precious. It's time for something radically different. Radically different, and yet, really, it's just a small paradigm shift. Since the common thread with all political parties and governments, the way they run today, the common thread amongst it all is the monetary system. And yet we seem to point our fingers at it's the left's problem. They're the ones to blame. Or it's the right problem. They're the ones to blame. Have you ever noticed that when you point your finger, you got your finger pointed over there, but there's 3 fingers pointed back? We're to blame. Every single one of us. We're the ones. We allow this left versus right mentality to take us away from our heart and put us in our head. We argue thinking that by arguing and holding picket signs and creating rallies and all of those useless events is going to make a change. We all argue that, and we all go running off to do it. And every one of the things that we're fighting for probably has value and worthwhile fighting for, but you know what? That isn't the way the change is going to ever happen. Because when we point our fingers over there, and we point our fingers over there, and we rally because of those issues, it comes back to you and me. We have to stop looking at the government. I don't care who you're in favor of. We have to stop looking at the government to make the changes. Who really makes the changes on the planet anyway? It's the engineers, it's the doctors, it's the caregivers, it's the artists, it's the musicians, it's the philosophers, it's the inventors, it's the tradespeople, it's the people who are getting their hearts into their work to create something. Mankind is an unusual species. We've been given the ability to create, and our function, as I see it, is to create upon creation. That's why we're here, to be happy and healthy and dance with the universe, dance with the world, to swim with the dolphins, to climb a mountain, to climb a cliff, to sit under a palm tree on a beach or go surfing, to enjoy ourselves, to dance naked, meaning vulnerable, open ourselves up to love, open ourselves up to compassion. I don't even like the word love. Compassion is what it really boils down to. Mankind is on the verge of developing and awakening an extreme compassion for our fellow brothers and sisters. The time for change is now. Absolutely right now. I propose that we flip the monetary system, and I wrote about it in an article that I call Tribalism. And if you look at my YouTube channel, I have a couple videos that talk on tribalism. I don't have all the answers, but neither do the 4,000 people who are in charge of the whole monetary system now. They don't have the answers. But mankind does, collectively. We can put our hearts together. We can create something of value. This is a beautiful world, and people are beautiful. Animals are beautiful. Nature's beautiful. Let's keep it that way. Let's stop pointing fingers. Let's look in the mirror and say, how can I make a difference? Tribalism is worth taking a look at, because it looks at every individual as somebody of value and somebody who can make a contribution no matter what that is. We have to stop fighting each other. Develop some compassion. Everybody's different. Everybody has different values. We can create a compassionate monetary system. No question about it. Tribalism is the beginning of that whole philosophy. And it'll unfold one person at a time. And it starts with you and me. I'm looking in the mirror. Fingers are pointing back at me. That's why I'm making this video. So I encourage you to take a look at the Tribalism video with an open mind. Even more, make it an open heart. From the man on the moon, I bid you farewell. May your life be a happy one. Tribalism.